So I'm frustrated as well.
Yes, so apparently you didn't see the message yet, or just part of it.
Yeah.
So let's look at it again, so that we are sure that you heard the message right. And it's not about what they say, to hear what they said. It is about what your emotions want to tell you about the situation.
Yes.
Vera illuminates truth through
Welcome, watchers, welcome, listeners, and welcome, my new guest.
She shows
Thank
the
you.
way.
Is there something that you would like to discuss with me or bringing?
Yes. The thing I would like to talk about today is the fact that I'm looking for a new job. And this is quite a theme for me the last few years. I've been in and out of jobs where I went myself because I didn't feel good. And also the last job they asked me to go, which was very painful. Sorry. Um, and that was totally unexpected. But I'm trying to catch or see the red thread in all of this, and sometimes I struggle with that. So maybe you can illuminate me on this.
Okay, interesting. So the first thing that I notice is that you say you didn't feel well. Was that because of the job, or because of the environment, or because of?
And not in the last job. The last job, I did feel very well in the organization and everything. Um,
Did they give you a reason?
it wasn't a job in my in the marketing or communications field that I work in. But it was a temporary job that I knew I would do, and that was good because maybe I could get another job within that organization and then try to get a marketing or a communications job there. So that was my goal. But after a month, they told me that I had to go, and that was a few months ago. And
That was because, just that I understand the picture. Was that because of the job was not longer needed?
no, 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 no. I think there might have been another agenda behind it, but what they actually told me was that I did not fulfill the job in the way that they thought, yeah, I should work.
Yes.
And they told me a few things that were very confronting, new to me. I was totally flabbergasted because in a month's time they did not tell me anything about not living up to their expectations or whatever. It was within half an hour that I had to go, and so I heard a few things that I connected to my menopause, I guess. Like,
Okay, when I listen to you, I always search for the disharmonious, yeah,
yeah,
things in a story, because if we live the life that we were born to live, and that unfolds itself. So in each moment, we need to live the life that is aligned with us in that specific moment.
yeah.
When there's something not resonating, it's logic that things like this happen.
Yes,
So what
that's
we
what,
want to look for is
yeah.
what doesn't resonate. And well, first of all, if you step in a job that actually doesn't fit you, with a goal of gaining a job that does fit you, then you step in a disharmonious function.
More or less.
Yeah. So we need to get, and I think new way of living is that job requirements are built around the person.
Mhm.
So we all need to live, yeah, our zone of genius, our zone of excellence within a job, and doing something that is, for example, in your zone of competence, but doesn't have your heart. Well, then it doesn't suit.
Yeah, that's my conclusion too. But anyway, they gave me some feedback that um, uh, that was quite confronting, which I never heard before. That was so, yeah, uh, I was so triggered. And well, when I went home, of course, I started thinking what happened the last few weeks and etc. etc. But it resonated in a way that I had a lot of grief. Yeah, it was
Yes. Okay.
triggering. It was triggering.
Yeah.
And
It is interesting what you are telling me now.
now, but the thing is that I'm not really into applying for a job, so I miss my motivation, the urge to look for another job, and then I wonder why. Is
Okay.
it fear? Is it whatever? Yeah.
Well, I'm wondering if you have processed the last accident well. So, because you repeated and that you were triggered, let's look at that. Because I always like to follow the emotion, because where the emotion is, there's something that we need to see.
Yeah.
So, would you mind being more specific? Do you feel safe enough to be more specific about it?
Oh, well, the hardest thing I found to receive was that they told me things that were absolutely not verified or true. So not
Mhm.
fair, uh, which is something that I had difficulty receiving. And so if they tell you that you cannot or not, you're not able to work with a certain software program, yes, a software program that they didn't even give me access to and I never worked with. How can you tell me that I don't work with it well? You know,
Mhm.
stuff like that. So completely, yeah, I call it bullshit.
Yes.
So that was really something that I was like amazed by. How can you give me this feedback? But also feedback in a sense of you're not focused, um, uh, which I think might be true. Like I said, I'm in a menopause and I do my utmost, but sometimes, yeah, my head is not what it was like years ago. And I try to live a healthy life and be open about it. And I was open about it, but that was not received very well.
No. Okay.
So yes, that makes me
Well,
insecure.
yeah. Yes, I can imagine that all the things changing and giving feedback that's unexpected. So let's look at it closer. And what I'm trying to do is differ the different emotions that you felt in that time to know which information we need to look at in a different way. So you said one thing that flabbergasted me was that they told me things that weren't true.
Yes.
So how did that make you feel?
Uh,
Was it just
yeah,
shock
it's
or
it's
surprise? Or
yeah, oh yeah, I was surprised. Like half an hour, I had probably eyes that looked like that the whole time, like, huh, what are you telling me?
Yes,
So
and
they
it was
collected a few things that were absolutely untrue. And if you're a leader or a manager, then um, ask me about things. But in a month's time, they've not asked me or said anything to me. So it feels really unfair.
yes. So when we experience emotions like surprise,
Yeah.
there's something that needs to be processed inside of us, eh? And to figure out that you understand what you live in,
Yeah.
basically, and to maybe grow in it.
Yes.
So, what was it specifically that you were so surprised about? Was it your
I
expectations that someone in that position needs to communicate and didn't, or what specifically made you shock?
um the unfairness of it all. Um, for me, it's not a problem that you tell me that something doesn't work or
Mm-hmm.
that I'm not a good fit or that I did not do my job well, but tell me and give me another chance to improve. But now it was like you worked a month, no manager had told me anything. You think you do your
Yes.
job right, and then the next half hour you're out of the building and you're gone. That to
Yes.
me is unfair and poor leadership.
Yes. Okay. So this shaped your idea about good and bad leadership.
Yes.
So this is something that we want to remind in the back of our head because it tells us something. Because when I look at it from an overview position, is that you signed up for a job that didn't really suit you, and but what you gain of it was a shape of your beliefs about leadership. That's one thing.
Among other things, yes.
Yes, we're going to look at that. But this is one thing that we want to remind before we go further, because this is very specific information. Because nothing happens for with no reason. It isn't a coincidence that you signed up for a job that doesn't completely suit you, and this is what you get from it. So this is what we can see as a gain. Maybe even when I scan your energy, you also have a leader energy inside of you.
Yes, that's right.
So maybe that's one piece of the puzzle of your job requirements, that maybe you need to be a leader yourself and that you now are shaping the way that you want to be a leader.
Yeah. Okay. I've
So
heard
that's,
I've heard that one before. Thank you for that.
and how does it feel when I tell you that or
Um,
suggest you that?
well, it's good. It's a good reminder because I've not looked at it. I did not get the same conclusion out of this story that I told myself. So it's good that you remind me of it again.
Mhm.
Yes.
Okay. And how do you feel about being a leader? What emotional response gives that?
Oh,
Just thinking.
that feels good because you can be a leader in many ways, and I think I love to how do you say that? Lead teams or lead a few people and use my senior profile now,
Yes.
like I've done before, but that's way back that I had bigger teams, uh,
Yes.
and it hasn't been that way for the last few years. Only
Okay.
for
So this
one or
position,
two people,
no.
yeah, maybe in a small team.
Okay. And this position, was this a leadership position?
Yes, I've been in management teams and I've been a
No, I
market.
mean this one. I mean the last job.
No, 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 no. It was
So
like
back,
having a job, being in an organization that I love to be at, and looking at the next step. Uh,
Yes.
Yes.
But the thing is, when you assign for a job that needs you to be a follower, but you are a leader, then there is a discrepancy between them. Just
In a way, yes, but I thought I could do it. Yeah, that's just what I thought. And
you cannot be anything else than you are. That counts for everyone. And that is felt, although that you might do the work good, they feel that you are another job.
yeah.
We are our jobs. We don't
Yes,
do our jobs.
yeah, and I've been open about it. They knew about it. And
Yes, but that's also something on them to learn. But that is not for us. They also need to learn that. So we need to understand in a new way of living that that we have to search someone who fits completely uh, and not acts in a different way.
yeah.
That doesn't work.
Ah, yeah.
That doesn't work. So I would recommend you to find leadership jobs or build a company yourself for one thing. But
Yeah,
because it is so obvious looking at you that you need to be someone who leads
right.
in your own way. And anything else that you try doesn't work.
Ah, yeah. Thanks.
Yes. So
Um,
the next issue that touched you emotionally in this situation, can you tell me that?
well, the sadness of having to, I feel that now, like, okay, mission not accomplished again. Applying for a new job, and the whole circus around it again. That's, yeah, feeling sad. So tears all over the place.
Yes, which tells you immediately to wash that out of your system because maybe you see this as a loss, but when I look at you and I hear about this job that doesn't fit, I would say it is best that you dropped it.
Maybe the job, maybe not the organization.
Yes, but that is about living in alignment with our true being is not mentally figuring out the steps towards the goal, because when we step in position A and we want to be at B because we feel like B,
Yeah.
then we are diminishing ourselves.
Yes, and that's a theme in my life as well.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So what about acknowledge yourself to be the senior, the leader, the yeah, I'm
Yes.
losing you. Mhm.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm losing your video. I hope it will be recorded, but otherwise I will keep on talking till you're back.
Okay.
There you are.
All right.
There you are. So what I want to explain to you and to everyone watching is that when we search for something, uh, we, in this case, you search something that is lower, in lower expectations than, yeah, stand up to who you are. But some people try to find something that is above their who they are and also don't match who they are in a perfect fit. So the most beautiful thing about life is that life unfolds itself in the here and now and not in the future.
Yeah.
So what we need to learn, and I want to inspire you about, is to step in the right places that really fit you. For example, a little anecdote. Uh, I was searching for a new house for 10 years and we couldn't find it. But in the end, what surprises me most about finding the house that we live in now, and I think I will never leave this house, is that it felt so normal. It uh, like the expectations and the fantasies and the dreams are always different from a suit that perfectly fits.
Yes, a glove.
So the
Yes.
shoes perfectly fit, and the job needs to fit also perfectly with who you are now.
Yes, and I know that I'm in transition because I feel that I don't want to do the same kind of jobs anymore, especially not in the organizations that I worked for. So that has changed a lot last 10 years. Um, but still searching where I do fit in very well. And the pain for me is that I keep bumping into situations like this, or whether it are organizations, people, jobs, or something where I get a slap in my face again. Okay, uh, this has to stop, or it's stopped, and I have to do something else again. So I'm frustrated as well.
Yes, so apparently you didn't see the message yet or just part of it.
Yeah.
So let's look at it again so that we are sure that you heard the message right. And it's not about what they say, to hear what they said. It is about what your emotions want to tell you about the situation.
Yes.
So did we cover all the emotions yet? We had the surprise about the unfairness. We had the sadness about going through this again.
Um, Yeah, well, of course, I was angry. It's
Yes.
sadness and anger as well. You're upset. Why do people treat you this way? Uh,
Mm-hmm.
why don't they just give you a fair chance? Also, because I had a 2 month, how do you say that?
Assignment.
No, the assignment was for a year, but then the first 2 months are like, oof.
Oh, yeah.
Um,
Yes, a
so
trial
a
period. Yeah.
trial. So why didn't they coach me what I had to improve and give me another fair chance, maybe for 14 days or so, or a
Yes.
month? It felt
Yes.
very unfair.
Yes. I can imagine. So I still feel that hearing you talking, that hearing you speaking about it, there's a discrepancy between how you feel worthy of yourself, how you present yourself, and yeah, they react on what you send out, so that they can again be so unfair and yeah, put you aside. It's also something that's in your energy. Yeah, something that you let happen.
Yeah, okay. So, but then what is it about my energy? Because sometimes I think, uh, so,
Well, what I hear in your energy is that
you know?
you act like some kind of super, someone super of service to someone else. Almost a bit of it, a little bit slavish.
Yeah, yeah.
But when I scan your energy, you are a leader that needs to do things because you know how they need to be done.
Yes, and that's what I bump into with the jobs, also on a more senior level. That sometimes with the managing directors in the last few years, they find it hard if I give them my view or my opinion, and it's maybe hard to receive then because I have a different opinion, maybe strong opinion, and then um, yeah, they find it hard working with me. But that's not how I am from the start. Once I
No.
feel safe in an organization and feel free to give my view, then still I get these managing directors or directors who find it really hard. I think maybe they feel it as a threat or that I am critical, but that's not what I want to be.
No, but when they feel it as a threat,
Yeah.
that might mean that you are at least an equal force.
Yes, I know that, but anyway, sometimes I lost my job because of it. That's the feeling I
Yeah.
have, and that hurt.
How do you feel about entrepreneurship?
Oh, for me, it's scary.
Why?
Not enough faith in myself, to be able to get my monthly income out of it. Uh,
Mhm.
I don't feel like that I'm a salesperson, that I have to acquire projects to be able to earn a living. My parents are entrepreneurs their whole life, and they went bankrupt one time, and it's in my veins, in my cells, everything that can go wrong. And I've had an entrepreneurial, how do you say that, period, but not with my marketing work, but with my interior design.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
I freeze. I freeze.
Okay. Okay. I feel what you mean, and I also hear you when and also what I see you do is indeed manage larger teams. So the thing is, when we summon them, you are a leader. Obviously, you have very shaped ideas about how things need to be done, and and it seems like you're open for different kinds of jobs. So, what about searching for a position of a leader in a company when where you can be on a friendly level or, and the same kind of thinking as the other leaders?
Yes.
So, for example, when we were searching for this house, we were only searching for a house that looks in a certain way, but in a at a certain moment, I was thinking, what about if I'm not searching for a typical kind of house, but what if I'm searching for a typical kind of place?
Yes. Yes.
So there's a different kind of perspective in searching for the right job. How
Uh,
does that feel?
yes, I know what you're saying, but maybe I have a little trouble conceptualizing that or so. How to achieve that?
So this is all about the ways of thinking, that you need the same ways of thinking or slightly different than the other leaders. And it is about feeling and you let your intuition guide you towards the right company and leaving aside which kind of product or service they offer. So it is already a difference when you're purely focused on leadership positions. And with this in mind, there are two uh, different kinds of two focuses. Know what I mean?
What do you mean with the two focuses?
You're focused on the leadership position
Leadership?
and focusing on uh, uh, the kinds of colleagues you are going to attract on
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
same level. Yeah.
The like culture and all that.
Yes, and that needs your intuition. So searching for the job, uh,
Not
how do you say?
not looking for a job function or title in
Yes.
specific, but yes, I get it.
Mhm.
Yes, I've done that today even.
Oh, really? So,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
how does that? How
um,
did that?
I think I have to apply in an open way to organizations, and just send
Yes.
my CV with a little pitch or something, and then trying to get into contact with an HR manager or so.
Mhm.
Yes.
So instead of planning yourself in steps, just describe who you are in the best shape of who you are.
Yeah.
Because people ask me sometimes, yeah, what I need to do in the future, but it is very simple to describe what you already do. That is the perfect job description. What is it that you already do and always did? And that is so clear with you,
Oh, really?
isn't it?
Okay.
So tell me, in the best moments of your job career, which skills
I
did you
think
do?
I think I have a good combination of my of hard and soft skills. So I'm a people manager, and but I also have a really, I call that my blue side. So the structural, the side that's structured, that can go for targets, KPIs, and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Although I feel that I do not want to emphasize that side that much anymore. Everything that I
Mm-hmm.
learned also from you in the training, and the emotion coaching, I want to put my soft skills more in front of everything. Yes.
Yes, but there is something that is still, or maybe processing and something of the future. But attracting a job that fits you now needs to, eh? You can change it while you are in there, but it needs to fit now.
Yeah.
And it might also be something that is a longing for you in your personal life. That's also possible because when you change as a person, the way you fulfill your job also changes. There's not so much difference between personal and business than everyone thinks.
Yes. Yes. To me that, yeah, to me that's clear.
Yes, so it can be that you find it so important that the job has to wait because you're not ready. But it can also grow with you. Just when you focus on a job that perfectly fits you right now. And I also feel there's a bit heaviness. It may become a play. It may become playful. Finding and what about just trying? Then you've tried a month, and maybe when you're honest, it didn't suit you also. And then learn why also your choice was bad. Not only their choice to end it, it was also your choice.
I know it was also my choice, and I know, and I said to myself, I'm not going to do this again, because I got the job to skip the unemployment benefits, to work again, to work at an organization that I like. I've applied there before, and but in a job that really wasn't something that I would apply for normally. But I could do that for like maximum for a year or so. So, but I've learned from that. Yes, it's my, that's, yeah, maybe mistake or whatever. Yes.
So finding a job isn't something that maybe uh, it feels so, your choice feels so loaded that it seems like you want to find a job for the next 20 years.
Oh, no, I don't feel that way. Uh,
Okay.
no, no, no. No, but
How do you feel now?
do feel like I want to land in an organization where I can be myself, and
Yes.
that things go back to normal again. I mean, I've worked in an organization before for 15 years that was like freewheeling, never problems, always fun. Not, well, 90% of the time fun. Working with people that understand you, you know, and it never felt difficult. And now, the last few years, it's every time there is something, and I get a slap in my face, and I'm like, why?
Yes. Yes. Because there's a discrepancy somewhere.
Yeah.
So when we look at the discrepancies, and we did already, how did you take it in? When you look at it again, which discrepancies did you see in the jobs that you applied for last years?
Um, well, how I see it, and I've done a lot of talking with people who know me well, and also managing directors that I know well, and that put me into positions before. They say, Patricia, you're a threat, but I don't want to be a threat to people that I work with, like in a team or whatever. But anyway, in the SMEs that I've been into the last few years for jobs, I believe that managing directors, in the end, they don't say that, but it feels like when I'm around, they feel threatened or so. I don't know.
Yes.
And
So
it's
when people feel threat, there's always the fear of change.
yes, and I think I'm all about change, you know, and do things differently and learn and etc. etc. And
Okay, so
may-
we have
maybe that's
another.
maybe that's a tough mirror sometimes in organizations.
Yes, but that is also something that some organizations crave for, change managers.
Yeah.
So if that is something that you do consistently and maybe unconsciously, then this moment makes this conscious and needs to be on your CV.
Yes.
How do they say that in English? It's not a
Yes,
CV.
it's in my motivational letters very often. And maybe I should state it a little bit more clearly in my profile on my CV or LinkedIn, but
It's
it's definitely
always best
there.
to be as honest as possible.
Yes, I'm honest. I'm very
Yes,
honest.
yes,
But
because
yeah,
it's always about the best, the good, the right fit.
yeah.
Yes. So there's something that still feels in process. When I scan all the parts of information and your energy, that is your longing to explore your soft skills
Well, that's
and
not a
to use.
longing. I think I do that the last few years.
Uh-huh.
But it's a longing to be able to use it in a new
Mhm.
job.
Okay. And what is your perspective of that? What is your idea about soft skills? What do you mean by that?
Um, for example, being a team leader again, coaching people a bit on a job. Um, but it could also be maybe on a different departments, like an HR department, where I do like the marketing and the communications to get people applying for jobs. You know, I like the HR-ish environment as well.
Yes. So by soft skills, you mean connecting with people?
Yes, yes,
Yes. Okay. That's
yeah.
of course very important in every leadership
Uh,
position.
for example, I applied today at an organization where they sometimes need coaches for the events that they do. I like that as well. It's more
Yes.
in a more playful role, and it's not paid for, I think, but I do like to do that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. And are you also confronting in that role?
I can be, yes, because
Yes.
a lot of the times I hear from friends, good friends, family members that I can sometimes pinch right through you. So how do you say that? Uh, I can see the actual problem in organizations or sometimes in people. That can be confronting if you say so.
Yes. And how do you feel about being confronting? But because that's also all over you.
I know that it's in my blueprint, so I
Yes.
accept it better now. But it was something that I have hidden for a very long time, I think.
Yes.
And
And are
I
you comfortable with it now?
much more, yes, because
Okay.
don't
Fully?
mask myself that much anymore.
No. Are you fully comfortable with it?
Um,
Because still we are searching for the perfect alignment with who you are.
um,
In the so
it's
if
it, it's
this is a
in work, and especially if you're new, I have to feel safe or to be able to say everything that I think right away. And
Mhm.
I'm not impulsive, not at all. I think everything through before I say something. But
Yes.
so but it can be difficult to receive in sometimes for people or in organizations.
Yes, that is what you continuously repeat. So that's a belief that it's difficult to receive. That's why I ask it
Ah,
uh, another time because
well,
again,
it's the feedback that I get sometimes from friends and people that I've worked with. Um,
yes. So maybe you
it
can
can be,
grow in delivering the message, but you cannot change that you are confronting.
yes, yeah,
So you need to be in a place where that is required.
yeah, yeah. So yeah, you have to be. Uh, yeah, okay. So I have to let go of that belief. Is that what you want to say?
Yes, what I want to say, and we are searching for every discrepancy in this, is when I continuously are looking at your energy, and it is still you still don't embrace fully who you are,
Yeah.
because I think when you would embrace yourself fully as you are, you have the capacity, and very few people do, to really make changes in organizations. A lot of people call themselves change managers, but you really are a change manager. Because the moment you set foot in an organization, people need to change. And yes, they find it difficult, but some organizations also do need to change. So you might as well you need to turn it around. You are now in a sort of begging position. Please see me for my quality, but it's the other way around. You have to give them a contract. When I'm going to be in your company, some things will change. Do you agree?
Uh, yes. Okay. The experience I had is that sometimes managing directors hire you for that. Uh,
Mhm.
but saying and doing are two different things.
Yes, so maybe it's a good thing that you take more leadership in it and say, I'm going to be there for a week, look around, give you an advice. You think about it another week, then I'm going to start. For example,
Uh-huh.
I would suggest taking much more leadership in your approach also, because uh, then in the first uh, connection with you, they see what they will get.
Ah, yeah.
And it's going to be massive.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. That's
Because in the first week, everything will be, like poking in a fire. That is what you do, poking in a fire.
yeah.
And they have to consciously agree to what you are going to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
So this is what I see in your energy,
Yeah.
and I think that before you totally accept that and embrace that, you will not find the perfect match, because you're holding on, and then they after a month they see who you are and they are shocked and scared and oh no, that is not what we needed. We need someone who would do the job. But this is, wow, something else.
Okay.
How
This
did it
is
feel
to
confronting
sink in.
this?
Sink in. Yes.
I'm sorry.
This has to sink in a bit.
Yes.
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 How my approach will be, and I know that yeah, I'm sometimes scared in it, or insecure about it,
Yes. Yes.
because I've had so much trouble holding on to a job the last few years.
Yes.
And
I only see the purpose of people when they are almost there. So seeing your purpose means to me that you are almost there. Because often I'm not allowed to say it, because people need the process of find it out themselves. So I forgot what I wanted to say. With your images.
it's you were talking about my purpose,
Yes,
and that I'm
but I wanted to say something and I don't remember. So this needs to sink in. How are your emotions right now?
quite um, happy and relaxed and joyful.
Okay, that's good.
It's, um, it opened my eyes, the feedback that you gave, and
Mhm.
it's daring. So yeah,
Yes.
but in a good way. It's not fear, but it's, yeah, daring. Yeah.
Yes. Okay, that's nice. Challenges help us
Yeah,
grow.
challenging.
So yeah, so this insecurity, just try to feel who you really are and what you were born to do. And that is just feeling into your blueprint in the best way that, in its flourishing, shape. And then feel how it fits and feel if you can embrace it and embody it. And then I think you will attract really
Yeah,
the right
I've been
people.
thinking of before I've done interim jobs as well. Um, and I'm thinking of maybe I should go for that more. I
Sounds like
I
possible.
am also an energetic coach. She gave me feedback on my CV, and she said,
Mhm.
"Trisha, you're not destined to be in an organization for a very long time. Just be there for a year, 1.5 year for transitioning, and then go to another job." And
Yes.
I was like, okay. And maybe
Yes.
I should just embrace that, and that's the way it is,
Yes.
and I have to learn to live like that.
Exactly. And then you feel the fulfillment of doing that, and you are ready for a new challenge, because when everything is, uh, yeah, okay, it also gets boring.
Yeah, yeah.
So this feels like the end of the conversation. If there's someone's watching and also want to be a guest, you can assign the form under this video, or subscribe to my channel for other sessions and inspirational videos. Thanks for watching.
Thanks. Bye-bye.